let's get into the keys of victory. This is 10 keys of victory for the Saints when they face off against the Rams on Sunday. Now, this is, I had kind of wrote these things down, and I just wanted to share them with the family. Number one, keys to victory for the Saints to beat the Rams in LA. They have to protect the football. I call respect the ball. Whether I'm talking about hoops or I'm talking football, you got to respect the ball, meaning no turnovers, right? Protect the football, no fumbles, no interceptions, all this kind of stuff. Saints giving away too many turnovers. Like last week's game, the first couple of possessions were stupid turnovers. We can't do that, man. Turning the ball over, that won't fly against the Rams. The defense is really good at getting the turnovers and turning them into something. That offense, you do not want to give us Matthew Stafford a short field with Devontae Adams averaging, 14 yards per catch, and Puka is going to be there, bum ankle and all, but he's still going to be there to make plays. And Williams, you don't want to turn the ball over on the short field and give the Rams, with Stafford's offense, an opportunity to do that. They will cut you up. Number two, win the second half. The Saints have struggled after halftime. That's yards per play, drops, etc. They must start strong and sustain their edges in the latter quarters. So starting fast and finishing strong should be the motto that Mr. Tifus tells his team. Number three, establish a physical run game. Attacking the run of the Rams front with power and consistency on the ground takes pressure off the rookie quarterback, Tyler Shough. It's Shough's first start of the season. The Rams will be blitz heavy against Tyler Shough, and Shough will have to maintain composure, stand in the face of danger, and deliver down the field. And hopefully the Saints call proper plays that stretch the Rams out and take advantage of them blitzing. If you're hitting downfield and gouging them, they'll be less likely to want to blitz you all out, which is what I think they're going to do. I know they're going to do to Tyler Shough. Number three, they got to establish a physical run game. Elvin and Devin Neal are dealing with ankle issues. So how's that going to impact them in this game? Because we need both of those players, especially Elvin. If we got to throw Taysom in there, Taysom Hill needs to be more involved in the running attack. He needs to be involved in the passing attack. It's too much number 88 playing. The guy misses too many blocks. He's slow to the party. We need to have Taysom Hill involved in these games. Taysom is healthy. We need him in the running attack with Elvin and Devin Neal. We also need to be using him in the wide receiver attack, in the passing attack. More Taysom Hill, please. Number four, get to the quarterback. Ram Stafford must be challenged. He can't sit back there. We talked about it before I got into the keys. You can't allow Matt Stafford to have all that time to stand around and look. He will take off on you and pick up a couple of yards too. So he ain't the fastest guy in it, but he knows how to slide out and pick up a few yards here or there. He has all kind of platform throws, sidearm throws. You want to get to him, knock him around, and frustrate him. And we'll see what Staley does. Number five, we got to exploit the mismatch opportunities in the coverage. With the Rams showing them strong coverage stats, the Saints must identify and exploit the weaknesses in the slot or the tight end or in situational plays. We have to be able to line up the mismatches. Taysom Hill, Rashid Shaheed, Chris Olave. We got to be looking and hunting for weak spots out there as opposed to running scripted plays and just running plays with no feel, no soul to them. These plays don't have any soul because they're not lined up with the rhythm pattern of the game. And what I mean by that is when you're watching a defense and the defense is giving you opportunities because the safety's dropping to the linebacker level or perhaps the defensive line level, they're showing you that guy is coming in there. That means that they're giving you opportunity to have one less guy in coverage, which you'll have one of your players either wide open or a guy that's one-on-one. You need to locate that matchup and take advantage of it. You see what I'm saying? Smart plays that directly connect to the rhythmatic flow of the game, not all these old dumb plays that let's just call this for shit's sake, man. Come on, man. We have to do better than that. It's just the play callings is really suspect to me. Number six, convert in the red zone. Come on, fam. Against the Rams defense, they allow very few touchdowns inside the red zone, but the Saints still must score in the red zone. They got to finish these drives with touchdowns and not settle for field goals or turnovers. This is why we're 1-7. We don't do good in the red zone with Shough in there. Maybe it's an infusion of excitement with the rest of these guys. They've actually started catching and blocking better. Me personally, I think that if you want to see change, on the offensive line. The Saints should have been bringing in offensive linemen and trying them out and understanding what you're dealing with. Your problem is up front, interiorly speaking. Now, Fortner played well at the center position, but Cesar Ruiz has been inconsistent, not only this year, but previous years. But in terms of Kellen Moore seeing him, that's something that he has to recognize. And hopefully we can trade him before the trade deadline. Even if we get a pick or something, we just need to clear the spot so we can look to build up. Because Penning will be gone. This is the last year on this contract. We don't have to worry about him. Cesar Ruiz, we could be traded. We could fill these slots with either veterans or draft picks and keep this thing moving. We gotta develop a meaner disposition, internally speaking, for that offensive line. All right. So anyway, number 7, avoid the quick 3 and outs. How about that? Sustain drives, keep momentum on the Saints side, and get a defense rest. The Saints must stay ahead of the chains. I know this is a lot to ask for because we have not consistently seen it, but at some point you will want to see it fire off, being that we're already in week number 9, right? You gotta we gotta see something, hopefully, right? Number 8, special teams do matter. Field goals, third down returns, punt return, kick coverage, and tight matchup. These phases can tilt the game. So if the Saints defense is on par, the offense is scoring, because we can't score with the Rams. You know, maybe if we can open up the play call and change it, but based on what I've been seeing from weeks number 1 to weeks number 8, the Saints cannot outscore a Rams team unless they have a total defensive, really an offensive line shift in how they're going to choose to attack downfield. And until we see that, I don't think you know, your mindset can't be we got to score touchdown for touchdowns with the Rams. No, you got to get on. You got to frustrate, turn them over if you can, and then when you turn them over, you get points. And the Saints have to be able to score as many touchdowns as they can with drives and play defense. Number 9, stay disciplined. Penalties at the wrong time, killing the momentum, especially when you're playing a team like the Rams who capitalize on those freebies. You can't do that. Stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. And finally, the final key to victory for the New Orleans Saints against the Rams in week number 9 is execution in the crunch time. Late game situations, 2-minute drills, high leverage moments, right, will decide the kind of matchup the Saints' composure in game scenarios do matter as well. So the Saints, you know, they'll have to execute when it matters. That's the part of the game where we faded in. And when you just turn the ball over, a dumbass will have a false start, dumbass will have a drop ball, or something stupid like that. We have to avoid that. If the Saints can do half these, you know, if do 70% of the keys to victory, they should. I don't know if they're going to win the game because I think the Rams might be a little bit too much for them, but it'll serve as an exciting mark going into the season because. If you can beat the Rams, they're number 1 right now in the NFC West. If you can beat the Rams, and I'm not saying the Saints will, I got them picked to lose this game. But if Tyler Shough is a change and you can, what he does well is throw the ball down the field. He has a big arm. We don't need to do all the check down stuff. We need to use all of our vertical stuff as much as we can to get at them because them people sending their blitzers. They coming to Jared Versus. These guys are coming for you. You got to take advantage of them. They're going to blitz the hell out of you. You got to attack them downfield and make them pay to stop, you know, to understand what this is. Or if not, they're just going to eat your breakfast. Checking the ball down behind the line of scrimmage on third down is not going to cut it. So anyway, that's what I got for y'all for this on this episode of The Coma. Listen, I appreciate you guys for chiming in, but listen, let me know what you think as well. Put in the comment section what you guys think as well. I think tomorrow morning we'll put up the poll for week number 9 and see what you guys think about the Saints. Who wins this matchup between the Saints and the Rams? I personally picked the Rams. I think it'll be too much for the Saints, but the Saints can make it exciting if they can start getting into a more vertical, a more north to south approach as opposed to east to west. East to west is okay, but you have to get kind of rework themselves as a vertical. And like I said, man, I would be happy if we had an offense similar to the Rams. Like if you go take one of their offensive core, you know, their top offensive system and bring him in, kick this other guy out of here. You know, this guy's just too east to west, man. He's scared to throw the ball deep, man. We got to get downfield, man. We got to have more fun that way. And even though if the Saints are losing the games, at least they make it lively. These other games that we've been watching are they're dreadful. Especially that last game was one of the worst games I've seen in a long time from the Saints. And we've been saying shit football from the Saints for the last 4 years. So that's saying a lot. Anyway, they dropped to a bad level, Mike Dicker level. Bad. They are Mike Dicker level bad. That has to change, man. We can't be doing the same thing. All right, so anyway, that's it. That's all I got for y'all today on this episode of the show. Y'all do me a service and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe buttons, the notification bells, all the fancy buttons. Light them up, hit them up. If you're not a sub up to the coma. Statistics are indicating a lot of people watch Tacoma. They're not subbed. You might not know you're not subbed. So I'm asking you to hit the sub button. If you watch Tacoma, you're not subbed. Look at the sub button. You're probably not subbed. Hit that button and light them up. Anyway, with that being said, fam, listen, y'all check out the Patreon show that's already up from for our YouTube membership family. And there's also some extra content we have on Patreon that we dropped about the NFL scandal, the NBA scandal, Freudian slip, with the La Cosa Nostra people and 300 arrests that they're not telling you about. We got that up for our Patreon people. Check that out, man, as well. So anyway, with that being said, y'all check out the links. Give our sponsors some love in the comment section, man, for Optary, Mint Mobile, and T. Chinley. The links are in the description section below. Check out the WhoDatDaily.com, the new WhoDatDaily.com for all your news, notes, and items. And I will see the rest of you guys later on.